Hey guys, Zach from Team Crimson here, bringing you the God Hand deck profile for 2019. Starting off, we got the starter. I just play Full Moon. I've seen people play Battle Riser and literally any other starter. I play him just because why the hell not? Then I'll just go to grade 3s. Obviously, you have to play 4 of God Hand. His skill is pretty busted on paper, but I just want to get this out of the way real quick first. The deck blows. It's not very good because it's not consistent. You rely too much on only drive checks, and if you get nothing on your drive checks, it does absolutely terrible. Doesn't plus, doesn't do anything. So God Hand, in general, being able to boost fronts and getting drive checks and crit, pretty sick. You literally have to sack triggers in order for him to do anything. And then that brings me to, I play 1 copy of Sing just to help drive checks. It furthers drive checks. I've seen people play it at 1, 2, none. It just depends on the player. The deck is very much up to the player because, again, if you don't get your fronts, you're literally screwed anyway. It's a sack or die deck. So 5 grade 3s, moving on to grade 2s, 4 copies of Fusing Striker, obviously the Searcher for God Hand, boosts fronts, no other explanation. 4 copies of Kick, helps your rear guards hit for numbers. Unless you get front triggers, it won't much matter. And then it can stand up the ones that gain crits or the ones that are massive, just so you can get that multiple swings in. Next, 3 copies of Selnoin. If you get a front trigger, he gains a crit, Vanguard or rear guard skill. It's only once a turn. He's an 8K. Usually you'll be calling kick to the Excel circle, giving him the plus 5K. That way he hits for numbers. And then fronts just boost him up more, give him crits. You'll also restand him most of the time via kick. And then just in case you don't see Selnoin, I play 3 copies of Farm Gaia. Same thing. Call kick to the Excel circle, give him the 8K so he at least hits for bigger numbers than what he already is. And then just same thing, have him try to swing as many times as possible. If you don't see fronts, you're screwed. Moving on to grade 1s. 4 copies of Silver Fist. My favorite grade 1. He's not like all that good, but he's nice as a ride target. Just because if he hits, then you get to draw a card and ditch a card. It's pretty cool. And then he boosts fronts by 5, so he's like not super fancy or anything, but he's pretty fun. 3 copies of Klepts. I want to pronounce it as Klepts. So this one is another one where if you have God Hand, you absolutely have to have God Hand. And you have him on field and you reveal a trigger or a non-trigger. His skill goes off, you can counterblast 1, retire him, you increase your drive. So you can go from triple drive to quad drive. If you have another one, you can go to quintet. Further and further, it just depends on how many counterblasts and how many you have of him. He definitely is needed. I would say 4 of, but that's just personal preference, I would imagine. 4 copies of Grit because, again, you don't see fronts, you're screwed. Stack them. It guarantees a front. Absolutely needed to be played. I play 1 countercharger, Transriser. I only play 1 just because the deck doesn't need counterchargers as much. It depends on the decks you're going against. Mainly, I've needed it against decks that damage deny me very easily. So one of the biggest ones is Narukami with Gauntlet Buster. If they sit on Gauntlet Buster all day, they keep their hand. If I don't see fronts, I'm screwed. But if I counterblast too much and I need open counterblasts, he's nice because he's not like Cradle, where you retire him to get a countercharge, you get to keep him on board. This is also why I play only the Full Moon as a starter, just because it's 1 extra card in Soul. I've seen people play, what's it called? The full-powered Riser Custom with Battle Riser just to move him out and have some additional pressure. Again, it doesn't matter unless you get fronts. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. So I just prefer, if I get a secondary ride with God Hand, I can do it again while keeping him on board. And then, finally, triggers. I play boom, boom, Boom. 12 front or die. No exception. And then last is 4 draw. Because you still need draw power. The deck lacks in draw power. You still need PGs. Absolutely need them. If you see them, you're solid. But play 12 because literally, again, if you do not see, I cannot say it enough. If you do not see fronts, you are screwed. You can play 2 heal, you can play 4 heal. It doesn't matter. But you need fronts. That is the most important thing to the deck. You don't see them, you're absolutely screwed. This is Zach, bringing you deck, profile, God Hand, out.